Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the National Geographic's Young Explorers Workshop at the University of Miami. My name is John Nijman. I'm a professor of geography. I've been for 20 years at the university. And I've also had the good fortune of having been affiliated with the National Geographic Society for the past 8 years as a member of the Committee for Research and Exploration. And I'll lecture on some National Geographic expeditions. The CRE, the Committee for Research and Exploration, is the panel that reviews all the grant proposals, including those for young explorers. Now, this is a really exciting event for me personally also, because it's great to welcome National Geographic to the university. We're very proud at UM to have this visit by National Geographic. It's only the 4th or 5th workshop, and we've had universities before us like Harvard and Duke. It was really our turn, we felt, at UM. It's a really exciting event because this is the kind of day that you feel there's something in the air. You know, something is being created, something is emerging, and new research is born, and a new generation of researchers steps to the plate. It's not easy to get money, to get people to give you money for doing stuff that you like to do, that you find interesting. And it's not easy to get a Young Explorers grant. Okay, it's a very competitive process, and it's an introduction in a way to the grant giving process and grant getting process, which is very challenging altogether. When you start, as you move mid-career, and when you become a senior researcher, it's always difficult to get the money. It's a challenge. And it's a great challenge in a way, because while you write your proposal, you refine your ideas and you fine-tune your ideas, and you become a better researcher in the process of trying to get those grants. We're not going to give you anything today in terms of funding yet, right? But I think we'll give you a lot of good ideas, and I can guarantee you that you will learn a lot about your own project, maybe about yourself and what you need to do to make it better. And we have a great program today, this morning, this afternoon, and tonight. I hope you can join us tonight as well, because we have a fantastic program in the Stoller Auditorium in the business school. It's, I was just explaining to a few people, it's like you take two of the greatest cover stories from National Geographic magazine, but you get it live, back to back, tonight, by two very illustrious explorers, one of whom is one of our own at the University of Miami at Marine Science, Kenny Broad. And the other one, I think that was Kenny Broad. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce a good friend, a marine scientist, wildlife biologist, filmmaker, and vice president of the National Geographic Society, who oversees all the mission programs in research, conservation, and exploration. Under his leadership, we started this Young Explorers Grant program, a champion for young explorers all over the world. Please welcome Dr. John Francis.
Thanks, Jan. You've got to thank this guy, because it wasn't just an accident that Miami came up after Harvard and Duke. He's a convincing fellow and a good friend, and so if you end up getting that cash in your pocket, not today, but later on, you want to write him a special note. But Jan, thanks for that introduction. Thanks for being such a great friend of National Geographic. We get to stand on the shoulders of giants, and we have over 100 years of history with folks like Pete Athens and Kenny Broad and so many great people. But you have to wonder, where does it all start? And the fact is, you know, I see myself in some ways as kind of like a farmer, you know, planting seeds, and, you know, we don't know whether 10, 20, 40 years down the line something's going to happen, but our grant programs really do take risks all the time. And, you know, Jared Diamond got his first grant in 1965, and a dozen later, he's a world leader, has written books on collapse and guns, germs, and steel, as you may know, really leading geographer, and he points back to that first grant. Of course, Jane Goodall and many of the others you probably know, but those risks that we take are embodied in what we're going to talk to you about this morning. I don't want you to be intimidated about working with National Geographic, because even if you don't get a grant or have the wildest dream met, we're hoping we're planting seeds about how you do go about engaging as a researcher, explorer, conservationist, and refining your presentations and your ideas as you develop your own careers wherever they go. And Geographic has a broad opportunity for all of you, a range of grant programs as well as ways to communicate about them that should be of interest to you, and hopefully you'll find a way to hook into that. So our ambition is to open doors this morning, and we're going to have some really good conversation and presentations that I hope will demystify the process, but also give you time to work with us and with your fellow students to think about what it is you want to do for the next 5, 10, 50 years. Because there's a lot of great stuff to do. I have a little bit of a presentation to just give you a kind of a Grants 101 this morning, but I wanted to recognize that these workshops, and now this is actually the 6th one, they wouldn't have happened without the support of Brinson Foundation and North Face. You got a little bit of swag from North Face today. Hopefully you'll enjoy that, as well as our newer sponsors, their products, Kiehl's and ProBar. Actually, you didn't get any of the deodorant from Kiehl's, but I can say it's really smells great. But beyond those folks, we have support here at the University of Miami, the Leonard and Jane Abbas Center, I have to note, and in particular Kenny Broad for being, again, one of our great friends of National Geographic and helping to open the doors here, along with Rose Mann and others. Miami's been a great place to work with in planning this workshop, and I expect you guys really get to enjoy it every day. Something is in the air. Jan, I was expecting to come down and see some sunshine. I'm from Seattle, so I guess the rain shouldn't bother me too much. But beyond the rain that's in the air, I'm hoping there will be a really vibrant experience for you. You'll have to thank also your colleagues here at Miami who were helpful on the ground, developing the room spaces and the communications. Andy Holtzman, Laura Bracken, Barbara Gonzalez. Barbara's here today, and I already mentioned Kenny and Jan and Rose. So this is, you're at a great place, and this is going to be a great morning. I guess I'll start with a little bit of overview of our grants programs and give you a sense of what it's about. This is a huge history, as I said. We've given 9,500 grants over a century, $142 million, but these are small grants. They're $20,000, $30,000 on average to high-risk individuals who are trying their first expeditions. We do it through a number of programs, and I'll try to get these straight for you because it will matter where you apply for a Young Explorers grant. The oldest grant program on the block is the Committee for Research and Exploration, which Jan mentioned, and it's hypothesis-driven science. So if you want to do pure research, and it doesn't matter if you have high media interest, but you're just testing a good, strong idea, this is the place to go for your grants as a young explorer. It's also where people around the world go as well-developed scientists, and we end up filling the gap in a range of disciplines that go from archaeology to zoology. But this is the program that's been around since 1890 and is growing every day. We give a couple hundred grants a year in this program.